Fixing drawers can make or break your flip, especially if you're a beginner. Today I'm showing you 3 common fixes that you're definitely going to come across and how to take care of them. It's a fairly common problem I encounter with older furniture, and it's that the drawers tip like this. And the reason being is, in this case, the drawer guide came off and the bottom drawer doesn't have one at all. So as you'll see, there is a glide there and there's a glide here. But the fact that this is off and this is normally attached to the back of the drawer, that prevents it from coming up off of this track here. So I'm simply going to replace that one and do the bottom drawer. So here was the existing guide, and as I mentioned, I was able to find a replacement on Amazon. Now the whole pattern is slightly different, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that these dimensions are identical, and you can see that they are. So put this on there, and then I have to mark this first. I'm going to create a little pilot hole and then attach these 3 screws that came with the guides. Houston, we have liftoff. As you can see now, it's nice and steady and it's not tilting out of the opening. This next antique was filled with problems, including multiple ones with the drawers. One of the drawers of the bow front dresser is in really bad shape. This is completely separated. These nails are all sticking up. It's sort of mismatched under here. It's warped. And I see there's something missing here. So I'm going to do my best to bring this sad drawer back to life. I'm not going to show all the repairs here, but I started on this one by removing those nails that were sticking out. And then I got some wood glue and I generously applied glue to the joints. I made sure that the joints were in alignment, that they came to a square. And when I was satisfied with that, I added some finishing nails to replace the ones that had been there, just to keep it extra secure because there were a lot of gaps between the joints. Finally, I added a long clamp to secure it and let it dry thoroughly. That same piece had a busted drawer glide. Many times these can be replaced entirely, but in this case I was able to glue the broken piece back and clamp it down securely. The last step was to add some finishing nails to the bottom of the drawer to prevent the bottom from sliding out. Finally, it was time to see if everything was going to work. The drawer slid in pretty smoothly, but unfortunately, it was a little bit tight. It turns out it wasn't due to the repairs I'd made, but rather that there was a warping in the board above that drawer. I tightened the nail to the beam above, and then I did some sanding on the underside of that to try and create a little bit more room for the drawer. I'm not going to lie, this dresser really put me through the ringer. But just know if you're a beginner to flipping, you can make some fixes on your own without having to hire someone or throwing the whole thing in the dumpster. My name is Meg, and I show you practical tips for refinishing and flipping furniture. Be sure to hit the follow button for more.